There's a great look at Clay Chalkville High School here in Jefferson County as the Cougars get ready to take on the Yellow Jackets of McAdory in round 2. Earlier, it was Clay Chalkville's girls, number 3 in the state, taking out McAdory in, well, let's just put it, it was commanding fashion. I don't expect this one to be that way. As they played earlier this year, it was a 2-point difference with Clay Chalkville taking a win 52-50 or something like that. But anyway, let's hope for a close game.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. I mean, again, as you mentioned, the records 14-10 for McAdory, 16-7 for Clay Chalkville. The starters are going to have to start the tone on both sides, in a way that can potentially propel their team to victory.
McAdory comes in at 14-10. They are 3-1 in area play. And here's the first 5 they'll put on the floor.
So you got Sean Ryan Hudson, Darion Raddock, Braden Dawson, Denver Green, and Marquise Amerson. Your impact players there. And you've got some football players that might be coming off the bench that are back in rotation as well.
Clay Chalkville comes in at 16-7. They are 3-0 in area play. And you got to watch 10. Number 10 is DeMar Hinton, averages 18.5 per game. There you see Jackson, Tubbs, Carson, and Beavers. They will be your starters, very senior-oriented, as they will start 3 and 1 junior and 1 freshman, Xavier Beavers. Let's go to Ariel Schaefer. There you are.
Well, hey there, guys. It's been very interesting season for the Yellow Jackets. Head coach James Poindexter told me that they've had a lot of adversity through injury, specifically with their starting lineup. At one point, they missed all 5 of their starters at one point in the season. But it's even incredible, though, that their depth has been able to be key for them and good enough for them to be able to make it onto the postseason. And it's been a very eventful day for the Yellow Jacket program. Coach Poindexter did tell me at 10:30 this morning, him and the head coach for the girls program, Scott Blair, had to head over to Hueytown because the boys and the girls both tied in the area standings with the Golden Gophers, and they had to have a coin flip to see who would be able to host the area tournament. And I asked him, okay, what did you choose, head or tails? And he said tails never fails, and it did go in favor of the Yellow Jackets. So they'll be hosting both the boys and girls area tournament. And I asked him, is this the way that you planned to have your postseason journey start? And he goes, no. And he was a little disappointed because if he had to choose a place to have this coin flipped, he wanted to be at the racetrack gas station so he could get himself a good soda. But I think, guys, it's just funny all the way that sometimes these postseason tournaments are decided. I thought I had to share that before the start of this game.
Coaches and their little quirks, they are many. Yeah, they'll play the winner of Hewitt-Trussville and Hueytown, I should say, HT, Matt, get it right, and Bessemer City. And Clay Chalkville will be playing the winner of Pinson Valley and Gardendale, who will play later this week. So we get ready. Senior night for Clay Chalkville's boys. They have quite a few. 3 of them will start, as I mentioned just a minute ago. And we're about ready for action here on Jeff Coed TV as we will watch them introduce the starting lineups, which we have already seen. McAdory under Coach Poindexter. It's his 16th season. Now, that's some dedication and loyalty right there.
Absolutely. And, just looking at both teams warm up, it looks like the Cougars have a little bit of a height advantage in a couple of different positions. We'll see how that plays and if their bench is deep enough, excuse me, and how McAdory will fend off that height advantage.
Yeah, Carson's a big fella inside for Clay Chalkville. We'll see them as they are introduced. But first, the Yellow Jackets. They'll be wearing black with the yellow trim. And there's Clay Chalkville on your left. They'll be in white with the darker blue. There's a guy that you'll hear a lot tonight. The senior averages 22 a game.
Yeah, definitely an impact player and an X factor.
McAdory not incredibly deep. In fact, they only have 10. They've 10 on their roster as we were, going over our notes. But they added number 33, Grayson Schamberger, as they pulled him up off junior varsity, which is not all that unusual this time of year, especially when you get into playoffs when you're allowed 15.
Yep.
So they will have 11 officially. Chilly Birmingham, Jefferson County weather, huh? Did you have you done anything special? Did you make sure your water was dripping? You got your pets inside, checking on the neighbors?
I live in an older house. My water always drips somewhere.
Oh. Well, that's convenient now, isn't it?
It is, but I tell you what I did. I made my wife a fire. My wife loves to sit by the fire, so I've been running a fire to help offset the furnace. Hopefully that'll bring down my gas bill a little bit.
It'll help.
There's nothing like a wood fire.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be that 90-90 guy, but they're a little bit of work.
It is work, but
And I've had them, but I just have the gas. There you go, fire.
So
make fire.
So I do have a gas starter, but
okay, that's good.
in a wood fireplace. But I also have teenagers, right?
Yeah.
So
they can
hey,
fetch
son,
the wood.
Hey son, go get the wood.
Have you got a wood box? A place where you keep it next to the house?
We actually made one.
Cool.
With a couple of cinder blocks and a couple of leaning 2x4s, something that you might see on TikTok.
Carson will jump for Clay Chalkville. Denver Green, the senior, for McAdory, as we get ready for action here on Jeffco Ed TV. Glad you're with us on a chilly night in Jefferson County. Jump ball. It is controlled and tapped back out by Carson. Tubbs is a senior. He'll run the point. Amir Jackson is tall, but he is thin guy. Off balance shot inside, slapped away by Carson.
Got a little bit too far under the goal to make that an effective shot.
There's McAdory with their first possession. Braden Dawson drives off the glass, won't go, and in fact it was blocked. Carson with the rebound. Here come the Cougars at the other end. Through the paint, off balance shot. It'll go anyway. I have to check and see if that was Amir Jackson. I believe it was. Inbound, steal, put back up off the glass, and the offensive rebound and the follow. That might have been Jackson again.
That was
Carson. No, that was Carson. Jaden Carson, the senior. Boy, they were just playing underneath their own goal. They still have the basketball. Back out front to Beavers. Launched by Hinton. Got it. DeMar Hinton, the junior, with a tray and a quick 7-0. Cougars jump out in front. Ball kicked out of bounds by Beavers. McAdory will have possession of the basketball.
Well, they're playing the Yellow Jackets, but the Cougars sure are swarming, pardon the pun,
okay,
on defense.
Yeah, they just sat in the paint for several seconds actually. But the ball was up and down, so no 3 points. I need to explain that.
Deep.
Back outside, too short with a 3, and here come the Cougars. I think he dribbled off. I think Reddick just dribbled off his. Now, that was Tubbs, Thomas Tubbs.
Yeah, defender got a hand in there, and the next dribble went off Tubbs' foot.
Good D. McAdory with the basketball once again. That's Hudson with the basketball, driving baseline, puts up a 17-footer, won't go. Strong rebound, Jackson. Down in the corner, 3 by Clay Chalkville, won't go, short. That was Tubbs. Back outside, Hinton,
halfway down the cylinder.
Crossing through the lane, up and off the glass. Xavier Beavers, the freshman. We got a whistle as it's quickly 9-0.
Beavers just a great cut. Didn't give up on the play and was in the right place at the right time to receive that ball.
I did not expect the Cougars to jump out to a 9-0 lead based on these two teams, and having met earlier, and the decisive number was 2. That's a look at Chris Richardson in his 5th year. He played at minor and he played college.
Yeah, at UT Martin in Martin, Tennessee.
Quick timeout and back out on the floor.
Do you know what is at Martin, Tennessee? Do you know what's there?
No.
Nothing.
Oh,
but the college and a lot of farmland. They do a lot of farm experience there.
I think I did a basketball game there, and I'm talking about decades ago. I think they were in the same league as Birmingham Southern back when Birmingham Southern existed. And it does seem to me now, memory, I don't think there was much around. I know there was a nice gymnasium.
Yeah, beautiful campus, just a lot of farmland.
Quickly down the floor, Reddick kicks it back out front. Hudson, he's a scorer. He gives it up. Great inside pass, but it is rejected. The shot by Emerson.
Oh, he traveled.
Other way, up and in.
Got away with it.
Quickly an 11-0 lead. That was Green.
Damari Hinton.
Off the glass and another steal. That one, Thomas Tubbs.
I mean, it's almost hard to keep up with this so quick.
13-0.
And it's all being kicked off by defense, right?
You're so right.
Defense and rebounding.
Scoring off the defense. Hudson gives it up to Dawson. Lime green shoes. Picked up his dribble. Green back to Hudson.
Stepped on the line.
It's another turnover.
McAdory has got to stop with the unforced errors in order to get in this game before it starts to get a little lopsided. You can't get down, double digits deep on a club against a club like Clay Chalkville.
Cougars in white with a 13-0 lead and pressure from the Yellow Jackets. And quickly, all the way across court. 3-ball put up. Good.
That was Xavier Beavers.
Xavier Beavers, a freshman. He's got a couple of buckets, and it's 16-0.
How do you break the press? You find the open man just like this, and he shoots the 3.
He wasn't
Forget
bashful.
the layup.
He was not freshman-like in his confidence. He just put it up. Cougars, full court press. No problem. Yellow Jackets dribble across the timeline. They're having trouble. I think they're getting a foul on Hinton.
Little too handsy.
Braden Dawson inbounding the basketball. Covered up by Barnes. No problem here. Hinton. Let's go back the other way. Stolen away by the Cougars once again. Now, turnabout is fair play. Back the other way. Shot off balance, put up. Rebound Cougars. They are on charge. In charge.
Some sloppy ball handling here. Of course, Clay Chalkville on the good end of the sloppy play right now, but both teams got to settle down.
That was a look at Chris Richardson in his 5th year. Clay Chalkville. Ground level shot, baseline won't go. Ball tipped around, and Cougars maintain possession. Open on the baseline, shot put up, won't go. But drawing the foul underneath. I'll just have to check the number here. It's Tubbs.
Tubbs taking a trip to the line. He's got 2 with a chance for 2 more.
3:24 remaining here in the first quarter of play. And yes, misses the front end. And yes, that score is correct at the bottom of your screen. It's 16-0.
Did you see this coming, Matty?
Not at all. Not in the game that was decided by 2 earlier in the year. Tubbs missed the first. Here comes the second. Well, and talked him into missing that one too. Oh, offensive rebound, put up, rolls in.
Beavers.
Yeah, a freshman can score. That's 3 buckets for him early.
He's got 7.
Hudson with the basketball in need of a basket. Wow.
So if you're McAdory, you've got to tell your guards, look, you've got to handle the ball. You've got to protect the ball. You've got to control the ball. You'll find the open person or you'll get an open shot, but first you got to protect the ball.
Christian Bennett, the big guy, the big sophomore, has checked in for the Cougars.
You know, it's almost the same talk that you would tell a running back with a fumbling issue.
Barnes won't go. We have it tied up. We got a whistle underneath the basket. Likely a foul. Well, it didn't take long for the big guy Bennett to get in and and get charged with a foul. Rest for Beavers and Hinton. 18-0.
And another turnover.
And the floater in the lane. It's Jaden Watts who just checked in. It's 20-0, Chris. I've never seen anything quite like this. That's Hinton. They need him, Hudson. And he turns the ball over. Here come the Cougars. Driving the lane. Putting it up and in. Amir Jackson with another bucket.
He's got 4.
Down in the corner. Shot passed up. 1-on-1. He gets around. Bennett finally a bucket. Denver Green, the senior, cuts out the 0. We've got to have a few more. Down in the corner. 3 ball. Put up. Good. That's
Jackson again.
Jackson again.
He's
Amir
got
Jackson,
7.
the senior. They steal it and put it back up and again.
And guess who it is?
It was Jackson. Wow. You thought that bucket by McAdory might get them back going the other way, and then they give up a bucket, give up a turnover, give up another bucket. 27-2. Let's take a timeout on Jeff Coed TV.
Welcome to McAdory High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. Check out all the things we have going on right now. It's a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. We are Jeff Coed strong.
Back here at Clay Chalkville, 25-point lead. However, at the other end, Yellow Jackets have the basketball. We've got a whistle in the lane. Looks like they're going to get Barnes.
A little reach-in foul there.
Yellow Jackets maintain possession. Hudson inbounds, near turnover there. And with the basketball, that was Baker. There's a 3 ball down in the corner. Won't go. Offensive rebound. Turnaround spins. That won't go either. And the shot by Flowers. At least they're keeping it on this end. Not for long. Bennett, the big fella, with the steal. Now Jackson dribbles. He turns it over. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Another turnover is forced on a tip ball. Great defense by the Cougars. Top of the key. 3, Jaden Watts. Man.
Actually, that was Markion Thomas.
All right. I stand corrected. Drum in the lane. Hudson put it up. A little out of control. Rebound comes back out in the corner, driving the baseline. Kick it down to Hudson. Their leading scorer at 22 has not marked thus far. Cross-court pass, putting up the three. Yellow Jackets with a 3 ball and a whistle.
I think that was Grayson Schamberger with that 3.
He was a late addition off the JV roster.
And you know what I didn't see, even though they got the 3 ball just then, was there were a couple players that could have been wide open if they had just made a move. You know, you got to move without the ball. You can't stand there and wait. He was fortunate to be that wide open.
Howard Adams, the senior, checks in right in the middle of your screen. Give it up to Jackson. Back to Tubbs. He drives the lane, puts up an off-balance shot. Tubbs goes anyway.
Surprised that he didn't get one extra for that.
And at the end of the first quarter, buzzer shot will not go. I have to tell you, I'm quite surprised. The Cougars are leading at home against the visiting Yellow Jackets 32-5 on Jeffco Ed TV.
Welcome to Chalkville High School. We are Big Play. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
All right, we are back at Chalkville, and they lead 32-5. What do you make of all this, Ariel?
Well, I mean, it couldn't be a better start for the Cougars, right? I mean, 32 points in the opening quarter. And, you know, when I spoke to head coach Chris Richardson prior to this matchup, I asked, with you guys being so close to the postseason, what else needs to be fine-tuned? And he said he feels like they're finally turning the curve, capitalizing on big moments, not letting up, keeping their foot on the gas, and they're growing in their roles. They had a lot of guys who had to step in, who had a lot of inexperience, came from JV last year, but they're starting to have so much more confidence, but already a huge improvement. Last time they played McAdory, they had 20-plus turnovers, so defense has been that really key point of emphasis, and you saw that all throughout that first quarter.
Nice give and go. McAdory with an easy bucket, and that says a lot.
Sean Ryan Hudson with that easy bucket.
He's their leading scorer. There's an easy putback. Up and in. Another basket for Jaden Carson. Averages almost 10 per game.
He's got 4 already. Look at how quickly they converge and create the turnover.
Up the other
here
end.
We go.
Here goes Carson.
Oh, and he misses
Oh, he missed it. The follow by Jackson will go.
That puts Jackson in double figures.
In 9 minutes of play. There's a pass down low. Hudson tries to get another bucket, and he does.
Back-to-back buckets for Sean Ryan Hudson.
Now in Jakari Yao for Chalkville. That's Tubbs. He'll dribble into the lane, then kick it back outside. Jackson with a pump fake, 15-footer, got it.
I like that shot from him. Get the defense on their heels, thinking you're going to drive and pull up at 15 feet. Great basketball IQ there.
Down in the corner. Free ball put up by Flowers and good. Good look at that. Moving the ball around, the Yellow Jackets are. One of the reasons that the Cougars have stepped up their game is the fact that they had so many players, in fact, 3 that are on the bench. Inside, soft jumper. That one will go at the hands of Cortez Davidson. They've got football players that weren't active in December. Shot is blocked by Reddick.
Reddick says, no, get that out of here.
Christian Bennett, Caleb Amerson, and Cartier Barnes all were playing football when this team first started. Now they're back, and that back outside. Cougars with the basketball. Jackson. Dribbling baseline. That's Adams who's just checked in.
Again, the rejection. That was Flowers with the rejection. Not in my paint.
There's Tubbs. Top of the key with the basketball. That's Yao. Now gives it up to Tubbs. Tubbs looking to pass inside. Jackson dribbles. Inside pass, Tubbs, that's blocked. He got his own rebound in tall timber. Now, almost with the numbers, come the Yellow Jackets. And there's a strong rebound by Jaden Carson. He's got a handful already. Tubbs. 38-14. Lob inside. Looked like it bounced off his shoulder or head and back into the hands of the Yellow Jackets.
Good idea, just couldn't hold on to it.
Sean Ryan Hudson, that's him with the basketball, number 1. I think he could picked up a foul trying to get into the lane. Well, things have changed a little bit from the first quarter, and that's one thing that the Cougars are not scoring as quickly. Yellow Jackets have turned up the defense. But they still have a very tall hill to climb here.
What's that old song? Ain't no mountain high enough.
It'd be a little Diana Ross. He can break out into that anytime. Hudson drives. Man, he can penetrate the lane. That one was altered or possibly blocked. Inside shot put up by Emerson.
And one.
Indeed. So he'll go to the line. As the Yellow Jackets seem a little bit more balanced, more in control here, huh?
It does. It does. Both teams seem like they're starting to kind of settle into their offense and defense, playing both.
Sophomore makes good on the original three-point play.
Yeah, playing both ends of the floor, offense and defense.
The Cougars get it quickly down.
But watch the backcourt get back and set up plays.
Beavers got it. A freshman with another bucket.
I like that they're not relying on the three. You know, they are bringing it in to about 15 feet, 13 feet, making a basic jumper.
Reddick drove the baseline. The Yellow Jackets will get the basketball inbounding as Sean Ryan Hudson, the senior. Bounce pass. Tipped out of bounds by Emerson. Hudson with the basketball underneath once again. Comes all the way back out. That is an unforced error at its highest measure. Great pass down low by Beavers. The bucket by Barnes.
I like the little give and go, the fake pass like he was going to go toward the bucket and then dump it off.
Hudson with a great move to get open for the three, and he just rolled around and out. Pass back out. That's Beavers again. Inside pass.
He traveled.
Bennett. Did he take a little stroll?
No, he did not.
I think that's a foul on Hudson.
I think you're correct. Good move by the big man.
You can understand him having played football, can't you? Not basketball at the beginning of the season. He's
Not
big, wide load. Good feet, though.
Yeah, soft hands, can catch the ball.
Down in the corner, 3-ball Jackson, too strong. Oh, nice rebound, tipped around inside. Won't go, though. That was Barnes underneath. But no, now we're back the other end. Guys in black, Yellow Jackets rolling. Hudson gets it blocked by Bennett. And here come the Cougars. Other end with numbers. Down in the corner, now back out to the wing. Driving the lane, putting the shot up and in. Couldn't catch the number on that one. Driving. We got a walk on Watts. Excuse me, on Dawson.
Here comes the pressure.
Hudson on Beavers, and Beavers lost the handle momentarily. Down in the corner, another 3 from the Cougars, and another made 3, that one by Barnes.
He's got 5.
Well, he's got a sweet shot from down there, too. Dawson dribbles, gets tied up. Reddock, short jumper along the baseline. 12-footer won't go. Rebound. Yellow Jackets.
And 1. Let's have another look at there. Gets the rebound, goes right to the rack, and is rewarded with 2 and a possible 3.
Braden Dawson. After an unbelievable first quarter, the Yellow Jackets have fought back to make this a little bit more respectable under the 2-minute mark of the first half. There's a look at the senior. Bagged that one. Nice 3-point play. Beavers just a freshman. He gives it up to Hinton.
Clay Chalkville playing very unselfishly, finding
There's
the open.
Another 3.
It's Barnes.
That was Barnes again.
He's got 8 on the night. The point
They've
I was
reached-
getting at, they're very unselfish.
They've reached the 50-point mark. Dawson almost turned it over. Amerson gets inside, a little push. They'll call the foul on Hinton, though. And we have not heard, other than the foul here, much from DeMar Hinton, their leading scorer with 18.5 per game.
Yeah, good body control there. He kind of dipped his shoulder a little bit. I thought he might get called for a charge.
Yeah,
but,
me too. Shot up. Good. 50 to 21 now. The Yellow Jackets with the basketball. And at the line is Amerson. That one too short. Oh, offensive rebound. Green puts it back up, won't go. Now there's another offensive rebound. That's Amerson, and he does make it go. That's what the Yellow Jackets need, a little
hustle plays.
Clay Chalkville. Green, 3, got it. They're just raining threes.
That was DeMar Hinton, number 10.
My bad. You were right. Get his scoring going.
You called his name right before he came down the court.
Think he heard me? Inside. Shot put up by Green, won't go. Back outside. Shot put up and blocked inside.
So they have figured that out. That's his go-to move.
Block. Follow at the other end. Beavers with another bucket. 3-ball. Yellow Jackets. Too high, too strong off the top of the glass. Scramble on the floor as we approach the 10-second mark here.
So what I can see strategically here is Clay Chalkville has figured out that Braden Dawson likes to drive, and he likes to drive to that right side. And so when he goes in on that right side, they're just collapsing. And the last couple attempts that he's driven have been blocked.
Yeah, stoppage of play on the floor here. Jackets will go to the line. That's Amerson with 11.5 left in the first half. Can't get the first one off the rim. Carson checks back in for the Cougars. You see him along the baseline there, the lower block. Just a sophomore at the line. Good. And another substitution.
Marquise Amerson has 6 on the night, 2 field goals and 2 free throws.
Grayson Schamberger has checked back in. 10 to go. Across midcourt with the basketball. That's Watts. Watts loses the handle. Quickly at the other end, got to launch one. And fairly close, but the game is not. Clay Chalkville leads at 55-24. They're on pace. Well, y'all can do the math. Let's go side court. Nope. There he comes. All right.
Open up on a 22-0 run to end that first quarter. Now you go into the locker room with 55 points. What can you say about the confidence that your team is shooting with right now?
I think that's confidence. We're playing well. I mentioned to you guys earlier, I think we're a completely different team now. So guys are playing with a lot of confidence. 55 points in a quarter. I didn't expect that, but that's pretty good from us.
Holding McAdory defensively 24 points. What can you say about the level defensively you guys are playing at, especially from a couple of those blocks from the big fella?
Yes, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job. This McAdory team is pretty good, so with us holding them to 24 points and scoring 55 points in a half, my guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Rarely, with the exception when you hang 55 in the first half, rarely do you hear a coach say, really, nothing but flattering things about his team, but could you offer any criticism?
Hey guys, get some water and rest up for the second half. So,
all right. Well, let's go to the break, the halftime break. It's 55-24, all Clay Chalkville on Jeffco Ed TV.
Preparing Jefferson County students for the jobs of today and tomorrow with hands-on learning. This is the focus of Career and Technical Education, also known as CTE. One of these CTE pathways is the drone program at Clay Chalkville High School.
With the growing industry of drone technology, we feel like it's necessary to jump out in front of the industry.
Mr. Patrick Hatcher leads the program, now in its second year.
My background goes from military experience from 25 years of teaching drones inside of the military.
Hatcher is teaching students skills that will help them become certified drone operators, leading to job opportunities.
We teach our students on the platform necessary to go out and pass the FAA Part 107 exam, and we stress that safety is paramount. We're out to teach the components, we're out to teach weather, speed, time and distance, latitude and longitude, so the kids can learn how to chart on the aviation charts.
Clay Chalkville student Jordan Rush is the president of the Drone Club. He is using these skills he learned to help record video for the Cougars football team.
My main job is just making sure the film is done correctly. I make sure everything is right with the drone, make sure stuff like the batteries, what's damaged, what isn't damaged, what worked, what doesn't work. Just make sure the footage is good in general.
Jordan says he's been fascinated with drones for several years. And now a senior, Jordan says he's been learning about career opportunities from Hatcher.
They're heavily used in agriculture and can be used with real estate, construction sites, and just really shows a bunch of different uses that drones can really have.
Reporting for Jeffco Ed TV, I'm Maya Pippins.
In McAdory High's art class, you can find students carefully trimming trash bags and thoughtfully attaching plastic bows. Not the typical medium this class works with, and there's a heartwarming reason why. 12th grader Seela Bradley and art teacher Danielle Tickell explain.
We're working on our trash bag dresses for the second shift fundraiser. The goal is to make a dress of some sort, or even suits, out of at least 75% trash bag.
It's all about taking that traditional element of the trash bag being used when foster kids are bounced from home to home or when they're pulled out of their homes. Sometimes all they have is a trash bag to put their belongings in, and it's what fits in the bag is what goes.
McAdory students have been involved in Second Shift's Swag the Bag fundraiser for several years now.
I have 2 younger siblings that were both adopted out of foster care, and then my husband and I are also both in the adoption process as well. So just the idea of foster care and adoption has always been close to my heart, and then being able to share that with our students has been really important.
And these students have jumped at the opportunity to help others through their art. Seela and Paulina Castillo explain their designs.
I have a bodice here, and so I started off by pretty much starting off with the corset part. I used string, I used cardboard, which is right here at first, and then I taped it in on top of that to make sure that it would be, stick together to the actual bag.
I'm gonna make a simple ball gown with a lot of texture and kind of a bubble skirt in a sense. Lots of layers and ruffles, and it's going to be a high-low, so it's shorter in the front, and then it goes out into this long train.
This project not only serves as a unique challenge for students, but also as a reminder to lift others up and help out when you can. For Jeff Coed TV, I'm Emma Owen.
There's a look at Clay Chalkville's gymnasium as they are back out on the floor holding a 55-24 lead at the half. And let's go half court and talk to McAdory's head coach.
Matchup, you told me that matching Clay's physicality and pressure was going to be big for you guys. How are you going to plan to match that in the second half?
Well, we spotted them 22 points to start the game, so when you spot a team of that good, 22 points, it's tough to battle back. But I will say that in the second quarter, we did show some resolve, scoring 24 points. But it just came down to they were just more physical than we were. We've got to have to match their physicality, just like I said before the game. The game's still not over because it's still going to be a lot of possessions. But we're going to have to take it one possession at a time and see where the chips fall.
Besides one possession at a time, what is the biggest message to this group to kickstart this second half?
The biggest message to this group is we need to find a way to be self-starters. I shouldn't have to call timeout, so I shouldn't have to give a pregame speech that's going to motivate guys. We've got to get guys are going to have to start themselves and be motivated to not only pick themselves up, but pick other guys up as well.
Coach, we thank you for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ariel, and thank you to Coach Poindexter.
What a great message.
Yeah, it's a great message. Man, that's a tough speech to deliver at halftime.
I mean, be a self-starter, motivate yourself, and pick up your teammates. I love it. That's great coaching there. And again, part of this, and I just took a course on coaching. It's called the Fundamentals of Coaching. It said that every moment should be a teachable moment on the court. The goal is not wins and losses, even though you do want to win. And so he just displayed what I've been learning in a class.
I'd like to quiz you a little bit more on that class.
Yeah.
As the broadcast continues. By the way, we'll be back Thursday night, right, Shades Valley?
We will. How about that? Spartans taking on the Mounties at Shades Valley, January 29th. Girls at 6. Of course, boys follow at 7:30. I'll be there, Maddie. Hope you will, too.
I will be, too. Indeed. 22-0. That's what they jumped out.
And he called it a head start. He said that they spotted him 22.
They did.
I think Clay Chalkville may tend to disagree a little, but I like the way that he put that. Nothing but positive terms. Hey, we spotted him 22.
Well, let's see if McAdory, as they did, and mentioned by head coach Poindexter, that they did fight back and showed resolve in that second quarter. They can maybe, cut this thing back to, outscore them 12, see what happens. Of course, that doesn't even add up when you're down 31. But my point is, they could still, if one team can go on a 22-0 run, can't the other one?
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens. And they'll start with the basketball. Nope, actually, the Cougars will, and the freshman Xavier Beavers inbounds to Tubbs. Give it up. That's Jackson. Had a great first half. Well, just about everybody in white had great first half. Underneath, off the glass. Shoo, that's Jackson again? No, let's check that. That is Hinton.
Just pure muscle to get that ball up through traffic and in.
Oh, there's a cut. Too far underneath the basketball for the shot. He passed it up. Dawson now has it. Now they go inside again. That's Emerson. He had a nice first half. Can't get the roll. Here come the Cougars, and they'll pull it back out. Hinton, headband and all, goes headband and all. Back outside, 3 ball, can't get the bounce. Follow up, good. That's Jaden Carson, the senior.
Jaden's got 6.
About on his average of 10 per game. Moving the back, baseline drive, kicked it back inside, another turnover.
When you drive the baseline and you get that deep, sometimes you find yourself in no man's land with nowhere to go, and that's how that turnover was forced.
In the lane, stop, then he just dropped it. Thomas Tubbs.
Tubbs with the little ball fake and the floater from sitting on his heels. I love it.
Driving. Oh, nice cut baseline. Shot put up. Oh, short, might have been blocked by Beavers. Jackson fires it over. Now he's at the top of the key. He launches a 3. Front of the rim, back doesn't go.
Can't be mad at a 3 that wide open.
Especially at the rate they've been making them. Short jumper by Hudson. And she had a 3. Pass it up. Back out to Reddick. To Dawson. Dawson drives, and he'll pick up the foul. Hinton.
Good decision for Dawson to go to the rack, try to draw the foul if he couldn't get the easy bucket, or the contested bucket, I should say.
First free throw, got it. 4 seniors start for McAdory. Hudson, Reddick, Dawson, and Green. And that is Dawson with his second. And that rattles around and down.
Dawson's got 5 on the night. Braden Dawson.
Tubbs. Picked up by Hudson. Almost dribbled out of bounds. Beavers again, almost dribbled off his, I think he did dribble off his foot, it just didn't go out of bounds. Whipping it around, top of the key. Good, that's Hinton. He's lighting it up here in the second half.
He is, he's got 3 threes.
Working the basketball around. Emerson kicks it back out. Hudson looking for a shot. A little Euro step in the lane, didn't go. The follow won't go. That's been a problem for McAdory as well. They're just not dropping inside. That's Hinton for 2. No, check it. That's Jackson. Back to Amir Jackson. The pass was from Hinton.
Amir just keeps working toward the goal. I think Ariel has something for us.
Go.
Guys, you mentioned how smooth, calm, and collected this Clay Chalkville team has been, specifically offensively, and that all comes from their floor general, Thomas Tubbs. That's what Coach Richardson calls him. He's a coach on the floor. He's able to make consistent plays, but also knows when to give it up to help his teammates get involved. He is a high assist, low turnover ratio guy, and that's why they've been so effective, and that's why he feels like with him leading the charge, specifically with him being a floor general, they can make a pretty good run, possibly all the way to state when you have a guy like that.
Thank you. Jackets to the line.
Marquise Emerson. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's just I was going to say the same thing you just did.
Scored a quick bucket, and then there was a steal underneath, and now that's how they end up at the line, and it is Emerson at the line.
Flowers checks in for McAdory. Starters are going to get a little bit of seat time here, probably a lot in the second half. At the line, again, it's Emerson, the sophomore. Got that one. And a couple of more substitutions. Cougars with the basketball. And that's Barnes off the bench and in the lineup. He gets a lot of minutes. Tubbs fakes across the free throw line. He gives it up down in the corner. That's Barnes for three. Missed it. Little bit colder than they were in the first half are the Cougars.
Good way to wrangle that ball up. Offensive rebound. Get a chance to reset. Big man
Carson
working the front court.
Yep, that's what he's doing. He tiptoes around on the baseline, gets his own rebound. Good. Jaden Carson with another bucket for the senior. Through the lane, kick it back out, in and out. Shot won't go for the Yellow Jackets. Another bomb, air ball. Rebound underneath, put back up and in, and
one.
I'm sorry, I jumped you there.
That's okay, we can share it.
At the line is Andrew Flowers.
He's got 5. Chance to make it 6.
Can't do it.
The announcer's curse.
Clean rebound. Cougars in white. Tubbs drives, lost it up, off the glass, got the roll. The senior with some good minutes and good scoring here tonight for Chris Richardson's Cougars.
Yeah, Tubbs has got 8 on the evening.
Yellow Jackets in black and yellow. We got a foul inside.
That was a good cut by Flowers, starting at the free throw line and coming straight down the middle.
Floor foul. Flowers were inbounds.
Better get it in.
Has to loft it out towards midcourt. Got it nonetheless. And with the basketball, Davidson. Cortez Davidson has checked in, the junior. Off the bench. Going to take the shot inside. Thought it was going to roll, but it didn't. Came right back off the rim. Under 3 to go. It's 70-31. In the lane, Yao. Going to the bucket, off the glass and in. There goes Thomas Tubbs, the senior again.
And now he's in double digits.
In the corner, shot put up. Good.
Flowers with the second 3 of the evening. There you see it in the corner. Great open look and a great shot.
Along the baseline. Oh, follow your shot always and take another one. Or back outside to Barnes. No good. Scramble for the rebound. Yellow Jackets.
Great block by Cortez Davidson.
Wow, what a spin move in the paint, although the shot won't drop. Too quick and too short. Schamberger with a shot at the other end. Launched Adams, who just checked in. Howard Adams for the Cougars. Shot won't go. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
I mean, look at how many second chances and third chances, offensive rebounds that these Cougars are getting. That's part of the difference.
Big on big. Shot up. Carson, 2. Jaden Carson, another senior. Ball stolen away. Here come the Cougars. Nice back tip by Trey Baker.
That puts Carson in double figures. Jaden Carson, the senior, making his presence known, not only on defense but also scoring.
30 seconds left, third quarter. Cougars up 40. Bennett gets the steal, then throws it away. Now down in the corner, 3 ball. Put up, no good. Length of the floor. Oh, nice spin down in the lane. Yao couldn't finish. Jackets ball. Nope, Cougars ball. There's a long 3 contested, won't go. Rebound, put up by Yao, won't go. The Cougars still have the basketball, and they still have a 40-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter on Jeffco Ed TV.
Our health science program here at Hueytown High School helps our students to become aware of all the different kinds of employment opportunities they have in healthcare.
After graduating, I was able to get a job at Publix Pharmacy as a certified pharmacy technician.
They get CPR certified. We also have a mental health worker credential this year and a community health worker credential this year.
Clay Chalkville in control at home. They lead by 40. We've got one final 8-minute stanza to go. Clay Chalkville dominating here, much the way they did in the 6A state championship game, as they beat Saraland handily, 38-21. That was in the finals season, a perfect 15-0.
You've heard me say it before. The first time we covered them this season in football, I said they've got something special and they've got a chance to win state, and they absolutely did hold up that blue map.
Yeah, that game was in Hueytown, as I recall. We got a jump ball in the lane here. And they're going to run clock in the fourth quarter here. Let's go to Ariel.
Guys, over the next course of the next span of 8 minutes, I want you to watch number 25, Christian Bennett for Clay Chalkville. He is an offensive lineman for the football team. He's listed at 6'3", 250 pounds. But a good conversation that our fantastic camera crew and I were having down here during halftime is watch the way he moves his feet defensively. He's so smooth with it. He gets down low. He slides perfectly. Look at the way that he's now setting that screen. Such a technique when you think about what he does on the line. Just, it's very smooth, and the big fella knows what to do. I just wanted you guys, from a lineman perspective, you have to think that translates over to basketball, right?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
And you almost called it right down there in front of you because you almost got the follow-up made to bucket. Yellow Jackets put up a shot. Deep in the corner, won't go. Now here's another one even deeper from the left wing. That shot put up by Reddick won't go. Ball tapped around. That other way with the basketball. Adams draws the foul.
And Ariel, to your point, you know, let's have another look there. Takes the ball up, draws the foul. You know, to your point, Ariel, is that, you know, those quick feet make for great pulling linemen, all right? Pulling guard or whatnot, being able to to manipulate those opponents, not just up high, but down low. That's important.
Adams at the free throw line. Pardon me, Ariel. Go ahead.
Just such control. I mean, you know what it takes for those guys. They're offensive linemen. A lot of times are the unspoken heroes of a football team, and they have to have such control, such poise, such strength. And I think that just really correlates with basketball too, and that's one of the other things that Coach Richardson mentioned, that they had a lot of guys who came from football. It took them a while for them to get their basketball legs underneath them. It's completely different sprinting 100 yards compared to going baseline to baseline here with basketball. So it's took him a while, but now he feels like, especially certain guys like Cartier Barnes, he's been able to get his feet, basketball legs underneath him, and also someone who comes off the bench and is really strong for them.
Answering at the other end of the floor are the Yellow Jackets.
That was Sean Ryan Hudson burying the three from the corner.
He averages 22. He is short of that tonight, as most of the Yellow Jackets are. It's just been a phenomenal display of basketball in every aspect by Clay Chalkville. Outside, long three. Barnes? Was it Barnes?
That was Watts. Let's have another look. Dumps it off. Number 5, Jaden Watts for the 3. He's got 5 on the night.
Oh, there we go. Bennett with a great feet, great positioning. Had the rebound, lost it. Now inside. Shot put back up by Amerson.
First time he went up was a great block. 2 hands up, straight up in the air. That's textbook Hoosier basketball. Second time, not so much. Got him with the body.
There's a look at Coach James Poindexter. Little puzzled face.
Been a rough night. He's got to go back to the drawing board and figure out how his team can be a little bit more competitive and clean up some things.
He went to John Carroll and played his basketball. Another Tennessee school. He played at Lipscomb.
David Lipscomb in Nashville, Tennessee.
Good basketball program. Good free throw. Quick. Inbounds. Good floor level shot. Dribbling up. Watts.
So if you're Clay Chalkville here, what are you working on at this point in the game?
I think you're just working on getting some minutes and continuing the rhythm. I don't think you're working on jumper, in and out, no good. They might be working on 1-0-0, who knows? Fake shot, Amerson. Now back down to the corner. Stolen away by McAdory at the other end. Shot up and in by Reddick, plus.
And one.
Got it.
It's his first 2 for the night.
Yao with the foul. Under 5 to go. If you're just joining us, the Cougars jumped out to a 22-0. That's correct. Lead in the first quarter. There's the 3. 3-point play, Reddick. And that's why it's 79-42. They've played pretty well since then, by the way. Watts gives it up. Adams. Baseline, puts the shot up. Check the call here for me, Mr. Osbar.
That's going to be a block.
Reddick trying to take the charge. Amerson will inbound the basketball.
Or as some people call it, a common foul.
That is true. Get it down. Amerson over in the corner. That's Adams. Drives. Oh, what a pretty move and a soft layup for Howard Adams, the senior. 81-42. Down in the corner. That's Wiley. He got another 3. One side, then the other. With a little bit of pressure, breaking it. Watts, he goes coast to coast, has it swatted back the other way, and here come the Jackets with a basketball.
Ooh,
the
aggressive block from 0. That's Howard Adams. comes right in. Let's have another look at that.
Wow.
Quick hands.
That's Trey Baker. Inbounds. He dragged his foot just a little bit. A turnover. 81-45. And we have a whistle, a stoppage in play, and that may be to tie a shoe and substitutions, of which it is both. And there's a big man, Bennett. He's just a sophomore, by the way.
Yeah, he's got some growing to do.
Watts almost lost the handle on it. Got it back. Defended by Davidson, who gets the back tip. Forces it out of bounds.
And while we have a minute, again, the fundamentals of coaching, one of the things I learned that most young ladies stop growing height-wise at age 16. They only pick up weight, and then they have to balance their weight with whatever sport that they're playing. Most young men don't have their growth spurt until somewhere between 15 and 19, and they continue to grow.
When was yours?
Mine was probably about 8th grade, freshman year. You remember the term husky? I went from husky, being a defensive end, to a receiver. Went from running distance to sprints.
Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. Watts. Floor foul. Nope. Double dibble.
So to say all that.
Double dribble.
You know, number 25, Christian Bennett, if he's a sophomore, you could probably expect 2 or 3 more inches and probably 20 more pounds on him at some point.
And what's important, all of the crew, is while he does that, maintain that high level of foot position.
Footwork, exercise, and strength training.
Down in the corner, Jackets, shot too strong. Out of bounds.
40 seconds.
Yeah, and they did the right thing. Both coaches agreed to just let the clock run, and it did. And I imagine you just dribble it out from here. Might want to take one more shot, particularly if you're the Yellow Jackets, and that's what's going to happen. Schamberger and a turnover, picked up. Cougars with 17 seconds left in a blowout. And I imagine they'll just dribble it out. That's Thomas Tubbs, the senior point guard, with the basketball, and he will do just that. Wow, what a basketball game. Final score at home, Clay Chalkville wins it 81-45. It still would have been lopsided, but the 22-0 lead that was taken by the Cougars had a lot to do with the outcome of this game.
That was almost insurmountable. I mean, it was insurmountable, but what a tough start, because you know that this ball club is better than that. Let's just say it. They are better than that. And so what we saw tonight was, you know, a team that's got to regroup, refocus. And then we saw on the other side Clay Chalkville that has a really strong, determined team that's playing good ball. They're peaking at the right time.
Ariel side court. She's going to grab Chris Richardson here in just a second. And, in fact, that second is over.
Coach, earlier you mentioned that you feel like this team is turning the curve and starting to play their best basketball. How does a game like this and that score prove that?
I think just good basketball, just making the right play, sharing it, paying attention to the defensive end and playing with a lot of energy and effort. And just the time they spent into the gym on the skill level to knock down those open shots. I think that was just on display tonight.
You can see how close this team is and how much fun they're having, but also the depth, too. How will that really help you guys, that camaraderie, when you think about the postseason?
It helps a lot because in the postseason, you never know what can happen. Last year, our top 2 guys, they got in foul trouble, and we had to go to our bench. And so these guys just getting along and building chemistry is big for the postseason.
What do you like about this crew?
This. They just get along, and they always joking around. But tonight they played well, and they deserve this moment.
Coach, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing what you guys do in the postseason.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
you
let's
got
get another shot down there. Yeah.
The 2-hour delay helped him out. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, they didn't go in till 10, right?
Yeah. But you got to love kids who love the game and coaches who love to coach. So hats off to that Clay Chalkville boys basketball team and the girls as well.
They got a chance. Both will end up playing for the area championship and likely win as they've defeated the other teams during the year. But I think with the addition of the football players, Clay Chalkville now has a chance to go distance-wise.
So let's talk about the next time we'll see each other, Maddie. January the 29th, the girls play at 6. That's the Spartans of Pleasant Grove visiting the Shades Valley Mounties. I'll be there. I know you will too, and we hope everybody at home will check us out right here on Jeff Coed TV.
Back-to-back blowouts by the host team, Clay Chalkville. Thank you to Ariel, and thank you for our entire crew, and to you as well, Chris. Everybody stay warm. Enjoy the evening. We'll see you Thursday night on Jeff Coed TV.